At www.fashionbladepodcast.net, VideProg Series 1, number 1. Hello.
You've got to fight for what you want.
Hello. Welcome to the Flash and Bloke podcast, VideProg Series 1, number 1, which I just said. I'm Siobhan. And that's my cat's bottom, if you can see it. And with me is my plucky girl assistant, Sinister. Oh. Yeah, Sinister. Are you going to say hello, or are you just going to sit there?
No, I'm going to say hello. Hello, everybody. I hope you've been good.
Why? What happens if they haven't?
Then we might end up having to have words.
Oh, which words in particular? Have you chosen them?
Impetuous, crocodile, magnificent. Lots of words along those lines.
Anyway, sorry about this. We've sort of switched to video. Now, this is very much a test run. This is the pilot episode. There's a good chance it's only going to be put out on, what's that place called, Sin?
YouTube?
No, the Flash and Blade Facebook group. It's a group. There's also a fan page there, but group. Being on YouTube, of course, it opens us up to all sorts of abuse. We're probably going to make the comments moderated, so any trolling doesn't get through. It's probably for the best. Now, obviously, because it's a whole new medium for us, I decided I needed to appeal to the old fans. So we've got the Hartnell cloak. What do you think?
Very nice, very nice. Yeah.
I thought so. Now, New Who fans. Apparently, this is tradition. If you go on YouTube, there's a New Who fan.
Oh dear, what's going on? Oh, I have a fez.
Oh.
Hang on, I'm going to go get my fez.
I'm scared.
Hang on, bear with me. Bear with. Bearing in mind, I have got a headset on.
You see, the thing is, I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can't actually see what he looks like. Hang on. Let's just quickly pop my glasses on. Ooh, you had a rather nasty shot on my nose there. Oh my god. All I can see is the fez now, Sinister. Move your head backward. That's better. Yeah, let's take the fezzes off. So, anyway, the Ordinary Podcast, for those of you who don't know what it is, www.flashandbladepodcast.net. There's about 200 podcasts up there you can listen to, with all sorts of different people, interviews and everything else like that. The Ordinary Podcast is going to keep going with Steve and Ian, two people who aren't here, which is cool, because I gave people the option. I'm not going to force people to stick themselves in front of a camera. I personally hate being in front of a camera, but I wanted a new challenge. Here it is then. And yeah, Sinister and I were going to continue doing the video stuff. We're doing this one via Google Hangouts. There's a chance we're going to switch to Skype.
Hello.
What?
Well, I just thought we've got a guest presenter if things go horribly wrong.
Who is that?
It's Brian.
Brian.
Yeah.
And what does Brian do?
He waves.
I'm scared. I'm going to be honest with you. I am scared.
We should probably emphasise at this point that this is very much an experiment, and
yes,
and it may not work, and we would like some honest but constructive feedback. Yes,
feedback, please.
Because we might be trying another method of recording this, but we just thought we'd give this a go because it's got some nice little features. But we apologise in advance if it's a bit rubbish.
Okay. Oh well. Yeah, we'll try that out. Plus, do I need to wear my hair up or down? Up or down?
Down's nice.
Have you considered any of the possibilities that up will give?
It doesn't want to go up. I think it's scared.
Great, an existential lift. Yeah. So, what news?
Bought some new Daleks.
Is this going to be of interest to anyone apart from yourself?
I don't know. Do people like Daleks?
I do. I'm very fond of Daleks. But
I've
you've
got
shown me them.
I've got a see-through Dalek.
Yes, I know you've got a see-through Dalek, you git.
Here's my see-through Dalek. He's from the planet Spyrodon. He looks quite nice on this video, actually.
Scaro just happened to be found on
Well, yeah, this is true, and he's covered in foul paint.
A special tone developed by Dulux for those sticky situations.
Yeah, exactly. Which means if any of his friendly Daleks see him, they'll regard him as being impure and probably exterminate him.
Don't think they're going to need to worry about that. Life wave sickness will get him.
Yeah,
Life
exactly.
wave sickness. Light wave sickness. I'm very jealous. My chief scientist, Adam Purcell, was going to buy me the Planet of the Spiders set for my birthday, and then couldn't find one. So I ended up with Genesis of the Daleks instead. Cool.
You mean Planet of the Daleks?
No. Yes. No. He bought me Genesis of the Daleks set.
No, you said Planet of the Spiders a minute ago.
Did I?
Yeah.
I'm losing it. This is very distracting. I'm trying to look at the camera.
I never had it in the first place.
Looking down there.
I really wouldn't worry about it. It's all cool.
Is it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. I'll have a swig.
Oh, wow. That means we can see your nice cups of tea.
That's water.
Oh.
Well, I'm on a diet, you see. I need to lose an awful lot of weight before I get to see the surgeon. So it means I have to limit my tea intake to 2 cups a day.
That's dreadful. How are you going to manage that?
Cruelty. With extreme difficulty, if I'm honest with you. It's, Anyway, and now from the world's BBC Television's Doctor Who, it's Doctor Who. There should be some sort of musical video-y thing there. Yeah. I don't know what the hell's going to happen.
No, but I mean, if we try the other method of doing this, we might be able to stick something like that in.
Yeah. For the moment, though, imagine it.
This is the Mark I flashing blade video log.
Well, they have your attention.
As you can see, we have perfected voice control, which I think you will agree is
Oh dear. Anyway, the 11th Doctor, no, the 12th.
The last.
The 13th Doctor Who has found a message that's been bouncing around ever since the dawn of time. And it's gone everywhere. Every single where in space and time. So why he didn't pick it up beforehand, no idea.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Anyway, at the same time, Clara's trying to took a Kirky.
What?
It went wrong. The sentence sort of got spoonerized, and anyway, cook a turkey. Do you mind if I have a rant straight off the bat?
You can have a rant, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you control of the camera.
What?
So that any interjections by me don't interfere.
No, don't do no.
With your image.
No, don't, because I've no idea what I'm doing.
No, that's okay. It just means that if I speak
can't
now,
see the screen, Sin.
Oh, okay. It just means if I speak now, it basically means that my image won't appear on this video. So it's this. You have the floor.
The reason I can't see is I haven't got my glasses on. The reason I haven't got my glasses on is because screen glare just makes you go ah.
And it makes it really obvious that you're in a green screen room. No, that furniture behind you isn't real, is it?
No.
No.
No, sorry, I was wondering what you mean there. Yeah. No. No, the whole thing's very different in real life. It's all the other way around.
Okay. Have a rant.
Anyway, so Moffat haters. Now, Sinister and I recorded this show in audio, except my computer decided to screw that up, and my half of it wasn't recorded.
We could release my half.
Yeah, we'll just use Sinister's half, make up your own things. So, Moffat haters, I'm a bit sick of this. I don't mind people coming out with constructive criticism, that's okay. But to turn around and start a petition to have him replaced? Really? Are you really that pathetically sad? Honestly, for some of you youngsters may not remember the 80s when DWB launched a campaign to get JNT out. It didn't do the series any good whatsoever. It was just fuel to the fire. Now, that's not really the case in this particular instance, though, of course, the papers are going to pick up on it, especially the Daily Mail. Sorry, the Daily Mail. It's racist, so you don't have to be. The thing is, the BBC aren't really going to pay any attention to you whatsoever. Doctor Who.
Doctor Who? Is that the Chinese version?
No, it's Hugh Dennis.
Of course.
He travels around the universe of space and time pretending to be a raptor. You know, little dinosaur thingy.
Okay.
That's my little dinosaur thingy.
That's very good. I like that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Anyway, yes, what was the thing I was talking about? Doctor Who, wasn't it?
Yes.
What was my last sentence?
You were talking about it not making a blind jot of difference.
Doctor Who. Doctor Who.
Yeah.
It's his new name. It's a juggernaut, a complete and total juggernaut. Which, frankly, is extremely disturbing because I'm used to it being this tiny little program, and I can't wrap my head around the fact it's so popular and it's mainstream. It's just wrong. Yeah, all you're doing is making fools of yourselves, quite frankly. And I mean, somebody the other day shared a Twitter rumor, you know, basically saying Capaldi's not happy with the scripts, isn't he? This is a Twitter rumor, is it? Right? Yeah. That needed to be shared. I'm sorry to the guy who shared it. I'm not going to name names. He's a friend. But there was a certain amount of gleefulness with that. It's what it felt like. And I'm sorry, if you don't like Moffat, fair enough. You don't have to like Moffat. People hated RTD. People hated Graham Williams. People hated JNT. I think Philip Seagal got away with it. Basically, I'll just shut up. Quite frankly, I did use fouler language on the audio version of this. But shut up. Come up with constructive stuff. Don't keep whinging on and on and on. Yes, there are plot holes, but they're not plot holes, they're plot opportunities. What do we fans do the best? We make stuff up. Yeah? Look at this thing. Oh, it's not the wilderness years anymore, it's the theme park years, isn't it, Sid?
Yeah, I mean, I've always called it the wilderness years, but I like the term theme park years because it was
Sandbox.
Yeah, it was basically. I think it's on the 10th Planet DVD, isn't it? Where there's an extra where somebody's basically saying, you know, we had control of the show basically, or we had.
You're thinking Cornell, who says basically the same thing on the Culture Show thing. Doctor Who. They weren't wilderness years. We got control of the damn thing, and we played. We got the Lego bricks, and as a result, people who were playing back then are now running the show now and doing a damn fine job. What you see every week, or well, every half year, as it is at the moment, is a miniature film. There's no two ways about it. It's a miniature feature film. We are so lucky, so lucky. Stop whinging. And if you see there's a plot hole, make something up. Yeah? Just use your imagination. Don't sit there and I want everything to be spoon-fed to me, please. So it all makes perfect sense.
I think when we had this conversation in our attempt at recording, the thing that we highlighted was the fact that how did the silence get control of the Doctor's TARDIS to make it blow up? You know? I
still say it was a subconscious thing on the part of River.
Yeah, and the explanation I presented was that, well, the Doctor left a key with the Pope lady, so already you've got two potential answers there, and we just came up with those on the fly. So, in
all fairness, the Pope lady, Philomena Pope, she got the key after the Kavorian sect broke off.
Did she?
Yes.
Well, I was under the impression that when the Doctor met with her and she first teleported him down to the planet, that was the start of it, and that it was during the hundreds of years that he was on the planet that the Kavorian sect thought, bugger this, and naffed off. And I actually got the distinct impression, because don't forget, she didn't announce the unscheduled faith change until after the Doctor was on the planet. So I think the Kavorian sect must have separated after the Doctor was already on the planet.
In which part do they mention the Kavorian sect?
She
mentioned back when the Daleks walk in, or?
Yes, I think so.
In that case, I'm wrong.
I think so, because at that point in time, the Doctor doesn't really express much surprise at seeing a silent, or a priest as he calls it at that point, sorry, carry on.
A confessional priest.
Exactly, yes. So I could be wrong, but I just get the impression that the Kavorian people got a bit fed up during the siege. Now, so anyway, but the point I'm making is that you had come up with a potential solution. I'd come up with a potential solution. You don't have to have everything spoon-fed to you. Now, it's fair to say at this point that you and we both have criticised Moffat in the past.
Yes.
Okay. There's no disguising that, and I can't pretend to think he's perfect, but one of the things I am eternally grateful to him for is shutting up all these bloody people who keep coming up to me saying, with a little wink in their eye, saying, "So, Doctor Who's going to finish then, when he regenerates for the last time?" And I'm like, of course he isn't. Don't be ridiculous. Because of a throwaway line in 1976.
Sin, blood pressure.
I'm just saying.
Yes, but they knew they were going. They knew that the show wouldn't finish. They're poking you with a stick.
I know, but what I will always be grateful to Moffat for is tackling that head on. He's not perfect. I've had a go at him before. I personally really enjoyed the Christmas special, and I'm really grateful that he's managed to tackle this issue of the regeneration limit head on without any fear. And now we haven't got to worry about it for another 50 years.
No, I totally agree. And on first viewing, the Christmas special was I wasn't very sure about it. I enjoyed it, but I thought, it doesn't really quite grab me. Then I watched it again, and I loved it. I mean, the stuff with Clara and her family, that's really dull and whatever, but that's partly the point. Yes, it's very parting of the ways. But Moffat wants to give Matt Smith a chance to stretch his acting muscles just one last time. Ooh, hands. Hartnell used to say, keep your hands in view.
Oh, he loved acting with his hands, didn't he?
Quite so. Yes. So, anyway.
Quick, turn on the fornicator.
Anyway, so the understandably, the line is in there. You would have ended up having to bury Clara. So she had to be sent somewhere.
Yeah, and the
purpose of that particular time thing.
And the purpose of Handles was that he was basically there as a companion for the 300 years that the Doctor was on the planet, because Clara couldn't be there because she would have dropped dead.
Yeah, exactly. And is Handles now classed as a companion then?
I think so, and I have heard people calling him the longest-serving companion.
Oh dear.
What's the problem?
I just think it's funny.
Are you laughing at my nose?
What? No, I can't see anything.
Oh.
I can't see the screen. I can't see anything you're doing.
Oh.
Do you want me to, hang on, let me put my spectacles on.
No, it will become apparent when you see the video.
Oh, I'm cool with that. Hello, who's that? Hang on. That's Tango, who has arisen behind me.
It's good how I do that, isn't it? I'm going to turn into a chair for the next episode.
Are you really?
Yes. I'm just going to have a chair sitting here.
Yeah, good. Actually, I wonder if you can actually change the position of... Because at the moment, Sinister is down there on the screen. I'm poking him with my finger.
Ow! Ow!
Yeah, that'll work better on the old side-by-side thing when we
would.
switch to Skype. I wonder if you can actually grab it. Where are we here? There. And drag him all the way up to there, which means I can look at him and the camera.
Did that work?
Oddly, no, I don't have touch-sensitive computers.
Oh no, it doesn't even work with the mouse.
The Xbox, but
let me just whilst we're in this mood of there we go. I wonder if that'll come out.
I'm waiting for captions to come up along here.
Captions. I wonder if this little tiara I've got on will come up on the on the final edit.
It's very you. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
So it made sense. It tied up a lot of stuff. One thing I'm a bit annoyed with, the Daleks are the go-to enemy. Daleks and Cybermen.
Yeah, they're used. They're basically, look at that. They're used as a kind of, oh, look how bad it is. There's Daleks here. It must be really essentially horribly.
But people are forgetting the reason why they're so bad.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I would love to see a Terry Nation style Dalek story. A good old-fashioned stomping adventure story.
Set on a backwater planet where it's not the entire universe at stake, where and the Doctor's just fighting to. And I'll tell you what, I think we had this discussion before as well, but I'll say it again now. I am the whole. You mentioned the whole thing about Clara being at home, and that was a bit dull. I'm actually getting a little bit fed up of these companions just going home every 5 minutes. I know it was a bit of a throwaway line where Capaldi says, "Do you know how to fly this thing?" But I would actually quite like it if the TARDIS
didn't.
Yeah, the TARDIS was either damaged or he didn't know how to fly it, and they were actually separated
Random adventures in space and time.
Precisely, and so that and like you just said, a good old Terry Nation style story where they land on a planet, they get split up, they're separated from the TARDIS, they can't use any timey-wimey stuff, they've just got to rely on ingenuity and basically spit and plasticine or whatever to get out.
Rebels or Thals?
Thals, I think we should see some Thals again. I think it would be interesting actually. I think it would be a nice twist if the Thals had become just as genocidal as the Daleks. I'd like to see some development of the Thals.
I'd like to see that, but again, I don't want a concept story for the Daleks. I just want a good old thumping adventure where they're shown to be just, well, like Dalek was up to a point until he started, hello, incoming Tango, until he started, hello, baby, getting all emotional. This is Tango, for those of you who have no idea who Tango is, who keeps interrupting the show ordinarily. Hello, baby. It's just a case of just get them go away blasting the hell out of things. They haven't exterminated anybody since the Big Bang, when they shot the Doctor. Before that was Victory of the Daleks. Since then, nothing.
And again, I don't want to be a Moffat hater, but he does seem to have a reluctance to kill people.
Yes, he does. I mean, that was one of the things with all these stories. Everybody lives.
Once, okay, I can just about maybe live with that, but it's becoming a bit of a meme, and I just think, let's just annihilate a few species. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, you don't really go in for the subtle, do you?
No, there's no point being subtle. I didn't do subtlety when I had Kim Jong-un's uncle executed. I fed him to those dogs. I mean, you've got to make a statement, haven't you?
You sure they were dogs?
Well, they started out as dogs, put it that way.
They weren't Staleman pets, were they?
Yeah, possibly.
Fed to green ooze.
Yeah.
I'm having my hand eaten. Hello. Yeah, so... But this is what I'd like to see, a good old-fashioned Dalek story, with them just going around shooting the hell out of things, killing people left, right and centre. We've forgotten what the Daleks really are, I think. And
maybe not millions and millions of Daleks, maybe just like a spaceship full of Daleks.
But how about 60? There's no more than a dozen on the planet until they realise, of course, that there's actually 12,000.
Well, I'm thinking Death to the Daleks, where it was basically just a small group of Daleks in a spaceship, and they had to kind of find ingenious ways out of the situation they were in. And I'm just thinking, rather than have it as an overwhelming force, we've seen what one Dalek can do.
Yes, exactly. Except they like I say, they become the go-to things to prove how bad things are. Except you now need to remind people why they're so bad.
Yeah.
But saying that, lovely. It's nice to see you can regenerate just by sneezing now.
Yeah, that was quite abrupt, wasn't it?
Made me think they'd spent all the effects budget on blasting things out of the sky. When it came to the actual regeneration, we got no money left. Just make them sneeze.
I didn't necessarily have a problem with it.
No, it's fine.
The bit that got me was when he took off his bow tie and threw it on the floor, and I nearly lost it at that point.
I lost it when Amy came down the stairs. I was
now, again, I feel like
here
we're
we
having.
go.
I feel like we're having deja vu here, but of course the viewers won't have seen this. But
Here we
it's
go.
if I was Jenna Coleman, I'd feel a little bit like that was a bit of a slap in the face having Amy.
Brian could say the same.
I understand why Amy was there because she was the first face that doctor saw, and I understand and I fully get the context. But if I was the current companion, I would think, no, I should be good enough to carry this. And they're not giving her much to do, are they, Clara?
No, we got the wrong. I've said it before on the show. We got the wrong Clara. We should have either had Souffle Girl or the nanny.
Yeah.
The governess.
Yeah.
I don't know why they seem to have really missed a step with Clara. She needs something not quite right being done with the writing with her. Don't ask me
if they could turn her into a Sarah Jane type companion who goes off, does things on her own, investigates things, finds out solutions to things, meets back up with the doctor, they compare notes, and then go and twat the enemies, that would be brilliant.
Maybe. I don't know. There's something not quite. She should be brilliant, and yet she's not.
She's very nice to look at, but she's not given anything to do.
Really? Is that your viewpoint? She's nice to look at.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure she's a very good actress, but she's just not been given the scripts to demonstrate that.
Clara can be twice now.
Absolutely, absolutely. She can be quite sassy and but like you say, I mean, I would like to see a companion who's either not from this planet or not from this time zone, not from this time period. In the future, in the past, don't care. But not someone who's from contemporary Earth.
Lala Ward.
Yeah, Lala Ward. I'm sure she's watching.
What? Yes. Oh, no, we don't have viewers. We have readers.
Ah, of course. We need. I think you're right. I think you're right. We actually need a news feed along the bottom of this. Warning: Daleks have attacked Mutter's spiral.
Oh dear. Spandrel's penknife has gone missing again. Yes. So, I mean, what did you make of the whole thing then?
I really enjoyed it. It was despite the best efforts of my wife and her brother, who had their traditional Christmas Day row, I thought the episode was really good. It did seem a little bit rushed. Some of the exposition from the Pope lady over the sort of the time jumpy.
That's
bits.
what we're going to call it. It's just the Pope lady, isn't it?
Yeah, that seemed a little bit too jolly, like she was reading from a storybook rather than reading about things she'd experienced. But no, I really liked it, and one of my favourite bits was when she was talking about the Daleks having attacked a couple of days ago, and the doctor said, "Oh, how did you survive?" "We didn't." I just thought, "Ooh, that was a bit creepy." I thought it was a really good episode, and yeah, it does have a couple of little plot holes, but they're not insurmountable, and just make it up.
Yeah, exactly. What the hell are fans for?
Precisely, people just want it all spoon-fed to them, and they can't have it.
No. So, yeah, on the whole, big thought. Oh, we can actually do this. That felt incredibly forced and wrong, you know.
Oh no, Brian can't do that. You
Well,
found the
he's got
one
his
thing
left
that.
hand.
Oh, he doesn't have a thing in his left hand.
I don't know how to answer that. And that was Doctor Who.
Sorry.
There will be sort of video stings and this, that, and the other. It's just A, I've got to censor this to the stuff, and B, he's got to do them, and C, we've got to work out if we can actually edit something into this.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes. So no idea what's going to happen. Hopefully, this will be presentable to actually be released. Not sure. Let's wait and see. but it'll probably only be released on the Flash and Blade group. And then after that, well, we're planning to actually record via Skype, so it'll be side by side, on top of which I might swap things around a bit so I record in a different setup, which means my sound won't be as good, but my picture should be better, hopefully. Don't know.
Yeah, we're just finding our way at the moment.
Yeah, basically, this really is just a test run. Yeah. So at some stage very soon, hopefully, we should have a audio podcast from Ian and Steve. I think that's about it, really, isn't it, Sin?
Can't think of anything else. That's probably enough for this particular test broadcast, I would have thought.
Wait and see.
This has been the Sinister Broadcasting Company.
Well, I was thinking possibly Sinister Incorporated production for McFadden Publishing.
Yeah, what the hell?
I think that's a good way of doing it. Right, well, say goodbye.
Goodbye!
Toodles.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and love and happiness are well worth fighting for. They're well worth fighting for.
I heard you on the wireless back in '52. Lying awake intent of tuning in on you. If I was young, it didn't stop you coming through. They took the credit for your second symphony, rewritten by machine and new technology. And now I understand the problems you can see. I met your children. What did you tell them? Pictures came and broke your heart. And now we meet in an abandoned studio. We hear the playback, and it seems so long ago. And you remember the jingles used to go. You were the first one. You were the last one. In my mind and in my car, we can't rewind, we've gone too far. In my mind and in my car, we can't rewind, we've gone too far. Pictures came and broke your heart, put the blame on VTR. You are a radio star.